This is KGW News at noon.
Our top story today, the Washington County Sheriff's Office says it'll give us an update on the deputy shot in Tualatin while serving an eviction notice. At last check, he was in critical condition. Investigators haven't released his name yet or identified the shooter. Catherine Cook takes us back to how this all began.
Bring your healing into his body. Come, restore him fully.
Candlelight at sunset for a Washington County Sheriff's deputy shot in the line of duty.
We're here, we care, and we're all praying for him.
As people gather here, it's inspiring, it's motivating, and I know it is very supportive for our officers to see it as well.
Sherwood Police Department hosted this gathering just 6 miles from where the deputy was shot Wednesday morning. Around 10:30, police and deputies raced to the Forest Rim Apartments off Southwest Nybrook Street in Tualatin.
And all of a sudden, I just saw a bunch of cop cars just coming by. Saw a bunch of lights flickering, so I wasn't sure what was going on.
The call was deputy down. Washington County Sheriff's officials say about an hour earlier, a team of deputies arrived here to serve an eviction notice. There was a fight, and the suspect fired at the deputy, hitting him multiple times.
My daughters and I just heard a lot of shots fired, and we got pretty scared.
Paramedics flew the injured deputy to Legacy Emmanuel Hospital. After surgery, doctors listed him in critical condition. The Washington County Sheriff's Office is not yet naming the deputy. In a news conference, Sheriff Pat Garrett said he knows him personally. He called him an incredible person and a complete professional.
He is compassionate. He's also resilient and tenacious. This tragedy reminds us today that police work can be very dangerous, and it is, we owe our law enforcement officers a debt of gratitude for the work that they do.
After the shooting, deputies say the suspect barricaded themselves in an apartment, leading to a standoff. A few hours later, Washington County SWAT officers found the suspect dead inside. It's unclear if they died from a self-inflicted gunshot or at the hands of deputies who returned fire. Back in Sherwood, those gathered find strength in each other. They hope their light brings hope and comfort to the deputy's family and everyone who responded.
You know, they did their job today, and now all of our communities can come together and do our part.
Catherine Cook, KGW News.
We'll continue to monitor the deputy's condition and also bring you any new details on the investigation. You can look for updates on KGW.com, our mobile app, and our social media channels. Other headlines this noon, Portland police detectives want to hear from anybody with information about a woman shot and killed in Southeast Portland. This happened in the Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhood in the 5500 block of 111th early yesterday evening. Officers say they tried to perform first aid before EMS arrived, but the woman died. So far, no arrests. Starting today in Central Oregon, Bend will resume clearing 2 homeless camps on the north end of town. 3 campers sued the city, saying seizing their property if they refuse to leave violates their constitutional rights. OPB reporting the judge ruled in favor of the city yesterday, allowing those sweeps. Well, starting this year, police officers in the Beaverton School District will have a new title and a new role. They'll be called Youth Services Officers instead of School Resource Officers, or SROs. They'll still patrol campuses, but they won't be involved in student discipline or respond to mental health crises unless the student is a risk to themselves or to others. Critics argue money for these officers could have been better spent.
We're looking at resources for police on campus versus resources for more mental health support on campus. I think our association is always going to lean toward we need more resources for mental health on campus.
The city, school district, and outside agencies will divide the cost for this program. Now to the latest on the region's wildfires starting in Lincoln County. That's where the Sam's Creek fire is now under control. It's a few miles east of Toledo at Sam's Creek Road and Highway 20. Level 1 evacuation orders have been lifted. Meanwhile, this is a look at smoke from the Bedrock fire east of Eugene. The National Weather Service posting this photo at 7:30 last night. The fire is almost 6,200 acres and is 0% contained. Well, this fire continues to cause air quality concerns. Rod, what's the latest report?
Well, the situation is changing in terms of who's under an air quality advisory or alert and who is not. So here is the latest update. On sunrise this morning, we thought it was strange that Deschutes County was not part of the advisory. Well, in just the past minute or so, the Weather Service has put you folks in the Bend, Sun River area back under advisory. Lakeview, Medford, Klamath Falls there. And this is new. Lane County, all of Lane County and Eugene, all the way to the coast into the Florence area. Here's a closer look at this region. Air quality numbers right now. Much of Deschutes County, it's been days like this now under unhealthy air. You see the red dots and the orange dot also considered unhealthy, so moderate air quality in the Bend area right now. Our Futurecast smoke model continues to show a lot of smoke, primarily from that bedrock fire. I believe it's over 5,000 acres burned now. Still no containment. And most of the smoke in this area is coming from that fire. That doesn't look like it's going to change much tomorrow either. In fact, here is the Aspen Lakes Golf Course camera from their clubhouse. The Three Sisters sits right here. Visibility basically zero, looking to the horizon on the sky. You just can't see anything. So that's how dense the smoke continues to be in that area. Here at home, clearly no wildfire smoke. In fact, a pretty deep blue sky. Just another gorgeous day underway. We're at 73 degrees. I have our high temperature today warming up to about 84. Your complete forecast. And we'll talk about hot weather returning too. That's coming up.
Rob, thank you. It is pleasant here, but much of the country is dealing with extreme heat. As NBC's Kristen Dahlgren reports, records are continuing to fall.
Hey there, well, as you can see, a lot of people out here getting in some exercise before temperatures really heat up. It is going to be no joke out here today. Already, one of the major East Coast power grid operators has declared a level 1 emergency because so many people are and are expected to be using air conditioners today. Places like here in Boston, New York, Philadelphia, DC under heat advisories. 143 million Americans nationwide under heat alerts or heat advisories. Places like Phoenix could see its 28th day of temperatures at or above 110 degrees. Las Vegas could now be in its hottest July ever recorded. So a hot day. People being urged to use caution when they're outside. Boston's going to have 64 splash pads open as well as 15 cooling centers like this one here so people can come in and get out of the heat. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, Boston.
Today, lawyers for former President Donald Trump met with federal prosecutors about another possible criminal indictment. This would be the third one. This morning on Truth Social, Trump confirmed the news. The meeting lasted for about an hour. The investigation is related to possible interference in the 2020 election and does include the January 6th riot. Trump's lawyers have reportedly not been given any indication about when the indictment may come down. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates another quarter point. This is the 11th increase to help fight inflation. It raises borrowing costs to their highest level in more than 20 years. Consumer prices have declined for 12 straight months now, but the inflation rate is still above the Fed's target of 2%.